She's the Golden Globe winning actress who made her mark in Hollywood more than 3 decades ago as the original Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis.
It was 1978 when she burst onto the scene playing a doomed 17-year-old babysitter, Laurie Strode, in the very scary movie Halloween and then in its sequel. Well, now a new series pays homage to Jamie's horror film past, and it's called
Scream Queens! Curtis plays Dean Munch. I don't like to say Curtis. Jamie Lee plays, or Munch, at the head of a college that finds one of its sororities targeted by a serial killer, a sorority she just happens to hate.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure you're aware, but I'm no longer Associate Dean. After Dean Reynolds' unfortunate passing over the summer, I was promoted to her position.
Well, that sure sounds suspicious.
Yes, I snuck into the home of my 80-year-old colleague of 20 years and dropped a transistor radio in her bathtub so I could get a 5% raise. Take your glasses off.
Oh! Do not mess with you.
Well, but what you missed is the first line she says. She says, I hate sororities and I hate you. That's the way the scene opens.
And you read the script and said, I'm in.
I'm in.
You know what? I didn't read the script. I got a call from Ryan Murphy.
Who's great.
Who's great. And I actually didn't read it until about 2-3 weeks before we started shooting. So there was 6 months where everybody would say, well, how's the new show? And I'd be like,
well, the great thing about this show is it's funny. It's like Mean Girls kind of meets Halloween.
Yeah,
so you
Mean Girls who murder.
Yes.
No, you know what? It's
really
it's Mean Girls, and it was based on a sorority email that went around that was a real sorority president writing to her sisters, and it's vile.
Yeah.
And it went viral. And it really opened the door, I think, for Ryan, Brad, and Ian, the writers, to go, oh, this is how people talk to each other. This is really how people communicate with each other.
Well, and sad, though, isn't it? That's really some terrible commentary on the world.
Yes, but there are so many sad commentaries of the world, and we just have to wake up to the reality of them.
So why not exploit it?
Well, why not at least highlight it for the comedy value? And maybe, you know, in the dialogue and then the discussion, you can then parse out the things that actually can become sociological changes versus just the norm.
Speaking of having fun, you went to Comic-Con. I think it was your first time ever going there.
The one in San Diego?
You brought down the house. No one brings down the house at Comic-Con in one line, but you did.
Well, they asked me a question about being there, and
where have you been?
I quipped.
Yeah.
With no disrespect to Activia, but I did quip, look, I've been selling yogurt that makes you poop for 7 years. Like, I'm going to be happy to be here. Now, I say that, and it's important that you
because you are happy to be there.
I was happy to have that job.
Yes.
And until they decided that somebody else needed to be their representative, I was very happy to keep that job. Because it was a product that helped people, and people told me that it was helping them. So I felt it was a good gig, and I was able to stay home with my family, which is my job.
Yes.
But this morning at 5:03, which is 2:03 my time, you know, I woke up to this day, and you know, I'll start to cry here on your TV show. You know, we've been working on the show for a long time, and today it's being born. And I got to tell you that if you don't think that I am so grateful at 56 years old to have this job at this moment in my life, when, as I said, I've done advertising for people. I've done some really terrible movies and TV shows.
Haven't we all?
In order to live my life. And I just woke up this morning weeping at this moment in my life. Like this moment for me. And, you know, I thought about my mom, and, you know, it's life on life's terms, and I'm just grateful. So, so deeply grateful. Well, I mean,
that's what the world's missing, don't you think, is gratitude.
But I think
people aren't happy. They aren't thankful for anything anymore, it seems like.
You know, I am. And I woke up this morning kind of feeling great and thought, wow, this is happening right here, right now for me.
We love you, Jamie.
Thank you so much, Hoda.
All the best with Scream Queens. It's getting phenomenal reviews.
It is.
It premieres tonight on
2 hours on Fox. It's a great, great show, and you will have a blast.
I'm sure. All right.
I like your crown.
Well,
Oh, yeah, you want to explain to them
well,
why
my friend Allison Robbins of Allison Robbins Wines gave me my crown because she's my girlfriend, and she said a queen needs her crown to go to New York with. And so I wore it on the plane. I'm wearing my crown today, even though it says 21, which is the drinking age. And I just want for all my sober friends out there to know it is
H2O. Water.
H2O with some bubbles in.
Yeah.
But I
party
cheers
animal.
you.
Cheers
And you know
you,
what?
darling. God bless.
Because some of us can do it and some of us can't.
Cheers.
So God
All the
bless
best
you.
to you. All right.